off, we have a 5'10" sophomore, wearing number 20, Landon Callahan.
Welcome, Pirate basketball fans, to Don Huber Memorial Gymnasium and The Cove. We're here for Game 2 of the Continental Boys Basketball Pirate Season 2020-21. Under the leadership of first-year head coach Scott Keck, we are here to take on the Lima Temple Christian Pioneers, directed by longtime varsity basketball coach Bruce Bowen. Here tonight, to my side, is Coach Toby Bidlack of the girls soccer program, and he's going to be, he's got his own mic tonight, so he'll be adding some color commentary, and he's also helping me with some stats. So, here to start for the Pioneers, under direction of Bruce Bowman, we have Landon Callahan. He is a 5'10" sophomore. We also have Ethan Wright, wearing number 22. He is also a 5'10" sophomore. Our third starter, wearing number 23, is Preston Patrick. He is a 6'2" senior. Also starting, Jared Huffaker. He is a 6'2" junior, and rounding out the starting lineup for the Pioneers is number 40, Cody Motter. He is a 6' junior. Starting for the Pirates tonight is junior Gavin Huff. Sophomore Ren Army, wearing number 22. Junior Andrew Heffel, wearing number 30. Senior Bryce Recker, wearing number 40. And welcome back to the Pirate lineup, senior Mitchell Coleman, wearing number 20. Mitchell was unable to play last night. He is back here tonight, looking for the Pirates' first win. And our officiating crew, we have Mark Keller on the far side. We have Bruce Boehm on the near side, and Mac Williams as he tosses up the ball. Pirates won the tap. Mitchell Coleman to Heffel, back to Coleman. Coleman looking to drive. Left hand, back to Heffel. Heffel to Coleman. Coleman in the corner. Over to Army. Over to Heffel. Coleman's got it. Over to Bryce Recker. Pirates with early ball movement. And unfortunately, the Pirates' first turnover by Wren. And the Pirates will get it right back from Preston Patrick. Just stepped on the out-of-bounds line. 7:29 to go here in the first quarter. Heffel to Coleman to Army, back to Heffel. Over to Gavin Huff, his first touch of the night. Gavin Huff eyes it, flies it. Off the right side of the rim. Rebound, Preston Patrick.
Even though we've only had two possessions, our offensive flow looks tremendously better tonight than what it did last night.
2 points for Cody Motter from here in the deep corner. So Mitchell Coleman crosses the timeline. Over to Huff, to Recker, to Coleman. We'll call that a rusty pass. Hasn't seen a basketball in a couple weeks. So,
the Temple guy did have over his jersey coming across the rim. Over Gavin's jersey.
I'm sure as soon as Mitchell gets his first shot, the nerves will calm. Recker over to Army, to Huff. Rebound to Recker. Mitchell from deep three. In and out. Rebound. Right. Guarded by Wren. Brought up by Callahan. Callahan gets by Wren. 2 points for Callahan, the sophomore. Pirates are down 4-0. 6:05 to go. Into Huff. Recker. Mitchell gets a screen. Power dribble up. Gavin Huff is fouled on his way up. He will shoot 2 free throws here in the first quarter. First foul of the ball game will go to Ethan Wright, number 22, the 5'10" sophomore. Gavin up. First one in. First points for the Pirates here tonight. Checking into the Pioneers lineup is Daniel Engel. He is a 5'5" senior. Number 2 for Hef. 4-2 on the Continental Pirates scoreboard. And a little bit too much pressure in the corner by Bryce Schrecker. Bryce picks up the Pirates' first foul, his first foul tonight. Inbounds to Patrick, to Engel, back to Patrick. Patrick puts it up, left it short. Rebound, Coleman. Coleman wants to run. Coleman, high off the glass, misses it. Rebound, Motter. Engel up to Patrick. Patrick's guarded by Army. Patrick gets a screen by Motter. Over to Engel. Back to Patrick. Into Motter. Motter goes to the hoop and finds the bottom of the bucket. That's his 4th point of the night. 6-2. 4:55 here to go tonight. Mitchell Coleman crosses the timeline over to Heffel. Heffel's looking for Huff. Inside. Back to Coleman. Coleman over to Army. Army surveys the floor, looking for Wrecker inside. Skip pass to Huff. Huff puts a move on, a little bit too hard, and rebound to Patrick. Mitchell Coleman tried to come up and trap Patrick there. Got his hand on the pass, out of bounds. Senior Daniel Engel will inbound, and Coach Keck wants to talk about the Pirates' play the first 3 minutes and 31 seconds. And he is taking his first time out of tonight.
So defense, we got to talk about defending the basket better. And all 3 of our baskets have come inside the key.
Yeah, I think after last night's performance by Beckman, 28 points, 7 3-pointers, they've learned that they were going to try and stop the outside shot. And it's really hard to defend both when you're playing a zone like the Pirates. But last night, Beckman was 6'4", and he could shoot over the top of our zone outside. But tonight, they went Mitchell Coleman starting, which helps definitely on the outside, unable to shoot over top of Mitchell. So, 4:29. Yes, we'll stay with the Pioneers. Into Patrick, guarded by Mitchell. Coleman. Patrick over to Callahan. Callahan's guarded by Heffel. Continental's resetting their 2-3 zone. Mitchell takes a chance on Patrick. Callahan for 3. Off the rim. Huff with the rebound. Coleman up to Army. Army looks to shoot it. Into Huff. Huff in for 2. Gavin Huff, our junior, has all 4 points for the Continental Pirates right now. Pirates are putting a lot of pressure on the Pioneers. It looks like we have a call by Mr. Keller, and Mr. Patrick took one too many LeBron James steps, but this isn't the NBA, says Mr. Keller, and that's a travel. Huff's got it. He flies from 3. A little bit too hard. Rebound, Motter. Motter to Callahan. Callahan's getting a lot of pressure by sophomore Ren Army. Ren's getting a little handsy out there, letting him play through it. So, and I think Engel might be shorter than Ren. Rebound to the shortest guy on the floor, Engel. And that's an offensive foul on Patrick. Andrew Heffel stood there, took the offensive foul. That is Patrick's first foul, number 2. Sorry about that possession, folks. Had a little technical difficulties, but we're back live. Callahan to Patrick. Patrick's guarded. Back to Callahan. Over to Engel. The Pioneers are... Bruce Bowman wants somebody at the high post. Here comes Motter. Screen. Bryce Recker steps up. Callahan for 3. Off the back iron. Rebound, Mitchell Coleman. Mitchell, left-hand dribble. Across the timeline. Over to Gavin Huff. Gavin sends it. Gavin has 7 of our 7 points tonight. It's Gavin Huff 7. The Pioneers 6. Timeout. Bruce Bowen.
Nice to see Gavin more aggressive on the offensive end.
Yes, Gavin is taking a number of shots here tonight. Finally found one to go from behind the line. And it looks like we're going to have Wyatt Davis checking in for the first time. The Continental Pirate JV team got in the win column here tonight with a nice 47-7 win. Chase Wiggins, a sophomore on the JV team, led the team with 19 points. And just because he is my son on the floor, he had 5 fouls. He's taken after his old man.
He did have 2 points.
Yes, and he barely played much in that JV game. Spent a lot of time talking to Coach Schmidt. So we got Motter. Motter gets cut off by Heffel. Patrick's got it, guarded by Coleman. Nope. Thought possibly a travel, but it looked like Gavin Huff reached into the cookie jar and hit Patrick on the arm, so we're out of bounds. Engel's going to inbound it. Engel looking for Patrick, and Mitchell Coleman fouls for his first foul, and Patrick is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. And he misses the first one. And connects on the second one. We're all knotted at 7s here at the Cove. 1:18 to go. Mitchell Coleman crossing the timeline between his legs. Right-hand dribble over to Wyatt Davis. Up high to Recker. Recker over Heffel into the corner. Gavin from 3. Little strong. Rebound. Tipped all the way out. Gavin Huff takes it. Looking for Coleman. Back door. Pirates a little bit sloppy on that possession from Coleman to Recker. Engel wanted to fire. Engel guarded by Heffel. Over, back to Engel on 32 seconds to go. Shot put up by Wright. A little bit too strong. Heffel on the floor. Over to Huff. Huff wipes the sweat off the ball. He's going to take his time crossing the division line. Leave it for Coleman. Down to 13 seconds here to go in the first quarter. Mitchell out front, guarded by Engel. Mitchell puts a move on Engel. Gets stopped. Huff for three. Off the front of the rim. Rebound by Recker, and after the whistle. Here we are, folks. It is 7-7. All tied up, just how we started. 7-7. 3 fouls to 2 fouls. And it looks like, turnover-wise, 2 on each side. Much better possessions for the Pirates last night from when Paulding came to town here. This is Bruce Bowman's first game of the season. They did not play last night, so they're right now 0-0 on the record. Pirate is game 2, and a few upcoming events here for you folks out there listening. The Lady Pirates are going to open the PCL season right here at the Cove on Tuesday night, 6 p.m. when Columbus Grove comes to town. Also that night, our junior high girls are going to take on Wayne Trace, the Raiders, over in Haviland. That's at 5 o'clock. The junior high girls took on Fort Jennings last Saturday. They lost 25-11, so they're 0-1 on the season. And game number 2 comes your way Tuesday night at Wayne Trace. And to start the second quarter, Engel passes it in to Callahan. Callahan dribbles, guarded by Army. Over to Callahan. Still guarded by Army. Army's getting in, and we have a tie-up. Good pressure by Wyatt Davis and Ren Army to cause that turnover. Number 3 on the Temple Christian Pioneers, and checking back in with a nice 17-second break is Mitchell Coleman, giving Gavin Huff a little bit of a breather. Coleman spins in the lane. Gets his own rebound. Wants to go back up. Wisely comes back outside. Sherritts to Davis. Davis to Army. Army for 3. Too hard. Good hustle play by Davis. But it looks like Wyatt stepped on the end line, says Mark Keller. It was a nice, good possession. Had a couple offensive rebounds for the Pirates. We're just not getting anything to fall right now.
No. A lot more aggressive defensively out top, though.
Yes. Sherritts is in the game. And that is off of number 32, Derek Clay, off of his leg trying to rebound. So the ball will go back to the Pirates. Checking back in is Huff, and Wyatt Davis will sit down. So we have Coleman, Huff, Army, Sherritts, and Recker in for the Continental Pirates. Coleman over to Sherritts. Over to Huff. Huff down low to Recker. Recker kind of loses the handle on it. Gets it back. Fires it out to Sherritts, out toward the timeline. Sherritts leaves it back for the general. Mitchell Coleman. Coleman to Recker. Back to Coleman. Coleman gets the first 2 points of his senior year. Comes with 6:35 to go in the second quarter. Pirates take a lead, 9-7. Callahan out front. Over to Patrick. Over to Motter. Back to Callahan. Callahan switches pivot feet. Gets away with it. Back over to Motter. Motter for 3. Off the mark. Rebound Sherritts. Sherritts is going to bring it up over to the timeline. Over to Army on our right side. Army surveys the floor. He's got a count. Army back to Sherritts. Sherritts to Coleman. Coleman flies it from deep. Off the mark. That's to be a little bit expected. Hasn't shot the basketball in a couple weeks, so not surprising that he's a little bit off so far, but he'll get a stroke going here tonight. Patrick, a little bit too hard. Mitchell Coleman with the rebound. He's going to slow it down. Scott Keck, coach calls out a play. Recker to Army. Army up top. And drains the three. Army's first points of the season. Paulding held him scoreless last night. Nice to see Army get on the board. And possibly a travel, but Bruce Bain says no, we have a foul on Recker. That is his second. That is an and one for Mr. Patrick. 2 points. Recker's going to sit down with those 2 fouls. Checking in for the Pirates is number 30, Andrew Heffel, and also Braxton Stegbauer, number 33. He's a freshman out there, put in some nice minutes on the JV squad here tonight. And Patrick finishes off the old three-point play. 5:05 to go. It is 12-10 on the Pirate scoreboard. Coleman over to Army. Army's got a count. Back to Heffel. Heffel to Coleman. Saved by Bruce Bain, one of our officials. Down into the post. And that's a travel by Gavin. Lost his footing. Tried to do a spin move. Just got his body just tilted a little bit too much off center. Drug his pivot foot, and Bruce Bain was right on top of it. Patrick crossing the timeline. Guarded by Heffel. Now it's dead. Huff gets his hand on it. Stegbauer dives on the floor. Back to Heffel. Heffel looks for Huff. Huff gets fouled. He is going to go to the line. Gavin Huff has come to play tonight, Toby.
Yes, he has. He looks real sharp early on there. So you got 7 points for us?
He's got 7 so far, looking for point number 8 here tonight. Dribbles once, spins it, and nothing but net. That's what's nice about these left-handed kids. They tend to have a nice, smooth stroke. Just like in baseball, it seems like a left-handed swing is nice and smooth. Hits the front of the rim and caroms on in. 14-10, 4:22 to go here in the second quarter. Patrick guarded by Heffel. Pirates switch to their man-to-man defense. Patrick got away with, looks like an offensive foul and a travel. Now he steps back out for 3. Just draws backboard. Mitchell Coleman wants to run. And that he will run. A blocking foul on Patrick. Mitchell Coleman's going to go to the line. Looks like that is foul number 2 on Patrick. And Callahan might be coming in for Patrick. So Mitchell Coleman going to the line for 2 free throws. Looking to extend the Pirate lead to 5. Spins it. Drops.
Missed a couple outside shots. Got aggressive, started taking it to the basket. Heads up play by the senior.
Yes, he saw an opportunity and he ran. And he's getting rewarded with the second free throw. And just like his left-handed counterpart, Mr. Huff, he goes 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. 16-10 now on the Continental Pirate scoreboard. 3:58 to go. Callahan across the timeline. That pass went to right, and Army just got a little bit too much wrist on that. That is Army's first foul of the night. We're back to live action. Callahan. Over to Clay. Over to Engel. Guarded by Stegbauer. Engel picked up his dribble. He stepped on the timeline. That's a turnover. To inbound for the Pirates. Heffel to Coleman. Coleman over to Stegbauer. Heffel to Huff. Huff. Rebound by Coleman. Coleman couldn't keep it in bounds. Ball over to the Pioneers. Engel into Callahan. Callahan, right hand dribble. Guarded by Heffel. And Ren Army picks it off. And looked like there was a little bit of contact here. Ren did not get the call, says Mr. Keller, but the Pirates will retain possession on that tip ball. Heffel inbounds. Finds Huff. Huff puts a move on. Coleman. 16-foot jump shot, and he is money from 16 feet. Now I'm sure that once he's got a couple free throws and that 16-foot jump shot, he's going to start firing from behind the arc. And knowing Mitchell, he's going to start hitting from behind the arc. Pirates with an 8-point lead. And that foul could go either way on Army or Heffel, and it went to Army. Coach Keck probably would have rather seen that foul go to Heffel. That is Army's second foul of the night. And Callahan connects on the first. And coming in to the Pirates is Alex Sheritz, a junior on the Pirate squad, wearing number 34. He's going to replace Ren Army. Callahan flies off the front of the rim. Tipped back up on the backboard, controlled by Huff. Huff is going to bring it up over to Heffel. Heffel, left-hand dribble. Jump stop. Over to Stegbauer. Stegbauer gets it blocked by Patrick. Callahan. And Heffel comes up with the loose ball. Picks Callahan's pocket. And Coleman with a nice hard move, fouled by Engel. That is Engel's first foul of the night. Number 5 for the Pioneers. Checking back in is Ethan Wright, 5'10" sophomore. Checking in for Engel. Stegbauer inbounds to Coleman. Coleman over to Heffel. Up to Huff. Huff over to Coleman. Back to Huff. 3-point. Good. That's his second three-pointer of the night. Pirates are now up double digits for the first time tonight. 21-11, 1:45 to go here in the second quarter. Patrick goes down hard, no call. Coleman wants to run. Coleman for 2. Coleman was shut out in the first quarter. He has got 8 of the 23 for the Pirates. Callahan crosses the timeline, gets a screen, picked up by Huff. Callahan picks up his dribble. Patrick over to Motter, guarded by Stegbauer. Ball's loose, and it's going to stay with the Pioneers off of Gavin Huff. Checking back in for the Pirates with 1:09 to go in the second quarter is Wyatt Davis taking a seat. Senior Mitchell Coleman. Loose ball picked up by Alex Sheritz. Turnover on the Pioneers. Andrew Heffel crosses the timeline. Gavin Huff calls out what he wants. Looks like it's fist. Heffel and Davis out front. Playing catch. Pioneers have not come out to guard him yet. Callahan comes out. There's a count now. Count is off. Count is back on. Dribble over to Sherritts. Over to Davis. 27 to go. To Heffel. Heffel fakes to shoot from 45. Don't really think anybody bought that shot, but Heffel. Dribbles, hands off to Sherritts. Sherritts, left-hand dribble, crossover between the legs, crossover again. 6 to go. Over to Davis. Davis puts it up. It's a good possession with the Pirates here, but they come up short. On our halftime score, it is 23-11. Pirates are on top. And give me 1 second, folks. I'm going to mute ourselves. I'm going to find our halftime guest. We'll be back in 1 minute. Yeah. All right, folks, like I said last night, this is a work in progress to you 96 viewers out there. And we are joined now on our halftime show with Brian Stegbauer. He is our boys soccer coach. And for the first time in Continental Pirates history, he led a team to the regionals this year. Coach, tell me a little bit of how the season went.
Started off pretty good. I think we started off 6-0. The kids looked pretty good. We ended up running into a little buzzsaw there with Ottoville, and then we ran off a pretty good season there. Ended up being second in the league, winning our first district championship. Like I said, making the first regional run. Ended up 15-5, and only lost to 4 teams all year. Lost to Riverdale twice, so tough Riverdale team. So really proud of the boys. Boys did a nice job, and I'm looking forward to next year.
All right. Yes, 15-5. And tell me a little bit about your top goal producers here. Who was the leading team, and who did they key in on when you were when the defense was trying to stop?
Yeah, Ren Army's by far probably one of the best players we've ever had come through Continental, and I would say he's one of the top players in Northwest Ohio and possibly all the state. But he took a lot of the scoring opportunities and capitalized on them, but he also capitalized with a lot of assists to the other teammates. I mean, I think Wyatt Davis had 14 or 15 goals. Sherritts had 7 or 8 goals. Weston had 10 or 11, 12 goals, something like that. I mean, we had 13 kids, I think, this year that scored, and he had an assist to almost every one of them. So Ren's a huge competitor. He does a nice job on the field, but I'm telling you, one of the big things for us that made it really nice was if we scored, we pretty well won because our defense was pretty well shut down all year. We gave up 22 goals, but I think we only gave 15 up to the 4 teams we lost to, so we only gave up,
7 goals the rest?
Yeah, 7 goals. 7 or 8. I can't remember that exact stat. It was 7 or 8 goals total to all the rest of the teams, the 15 teams we beat.
So, and the kid between the pipes all season, tell me a little bit about the anchor of that defense back there. I watched a number of those games, and Connor Nip Williams was your keeper for most of the game. Tell me a little bit about Connor, and then also the defensive line in your back four.
Yeah, so Connor's only a sophomore, so every once in a while he'll make a young mistake back there, but ultimately people don't give him enough credit. He was able to have 8 shutouts this year, so he's only one away from Ben Miller's record of 9 in a year where, as a sophomore, we didn't go in thinking he was going to be a record-breaking year, let's put it that way. He had 6 more games where he only gave up 1 goal. But the defensive front in front of him really helped out. We had Bryce Recker, Reed Warnament, and for the most part on the other side was Noah Bibler. And then we had as stopper, we had Heffel. And I'm telling you what, that group of 4 is a rude, crude group to try to get through if you're another offense. So there were actually 5 games this year that they didn't even allow a shot on goal. So, and then a few other games where they let less than 2 or 3 shots off. So they were pretty well a shutdown defense for us down there.
Yeah, that's very impressive coming from that. And at the regional game that we were able to broadcast on WOSN, myself and Doug Jenkins were saying that that back line there of those 3 gentlemen could rival probably some college starting defensive linemen as big as they were.
Yeah, I think we went over 6 foot and over 200 pounds in those back 3 real easily. But they weren't just big guys. I mean, they had some speed with them. They put some skill together. And anytime somebody wanted to try to get physical, it wasn't even a contest there. Those guys did a real nice job of stepping up and playing physical, but never playing dirty. Those guys never once used that as a tool to do anything that they shouldn't have done soccer-wise. So they did a real nice job of reeling it in and just deterring other offenses.
Yes. So it looks like we had 6 seniors on the team. Is that correct?
Yeah,
this year?
6 seniors. Weston Oakley was the center mid for us, so he was pretty well the nucleus for us in there. He just so effortless in the way he plays the game. He does things with the ball that a lot of guys just wish they could do. And with that being said, he's going to be a really missed in the center as well, not just the defense. So.
Yes. So tell me a little bit about what the excitement that has you excited for the 2021 season. Who do you have coming back, and how do you see this Pirate team compared to what you had in the 15-5 team this year?
Well, the biggest thing for me is that we played a lot of freshmen and sophomores to get to this regional run. So we got a lot of experienced minutes on the field out of some young guys. And I've said for years that you don't expect anything out of a freshman on the varsity field. And we had 4 of them that contributed all season long. So those guys coming back with a lot of good minutes. And, I don't sub my defense very much. So those 3 that are graduating played a lot. But
Yep.
with that being said, I mean, like your son, for instance, and there's a couple others that are going to step into those defensive roles no problem next year. And people think, well, they didn't play very much back there. But every day in practice, they were every bit as good. And just maybe one little thing here or there that they can fix for next year that will put them in the same category as the defense we had this year.
So you obviously, with the returning nucleus, especially the Putnam County Player of the Year, Ren Army, coming back along with Heffel and the good soon-to-be sophomore class you've already mentioned, and with you have your starting keeper for another 2 years, which has got to keep the coach excited.
Yeah, and I know Connor's really excited about getting to some keeper camps this summer as long as COVID, and then I have my assistant coach as a keeper by nature. He just gets better every day. You got to keep his confidence up. A lot of times he gets his head down a little bit. I think we saw it in the very first Riverdale game. He just got his confidence down a little bit, and that kind of stumped him. But I think we dug him out of that, and the rest of the season was fantastic for him. We're going to have Heffel, obviously a key component for our defense / midfield. He can play anywhere on the field. He's so talented.
Yes.
Ren, obviously, anywhere on the field. We need him at any moment. Wyatt Davis and his speed, and Sheriff with his speed. Like I said, some of them freshmen, Carson and Peyton Wilson, Carson Eder and Peyton Wilson, Mason Rail, for instance. I mean,
he was kind of unsung.
Yeah, he
didn't play a whole lot the first part, but at the end of the season, he was a huge contributor for you guys.
He is such a deceivingly fast kid. I coached him in junior high basketball last year, and his hands, which I know had nothing to do with soccer, but his hands are so fast, and his feet are the same way. He sees the ball well. He defends guys with some pace, and he's very, very strong individual as a freshman. So I'm looking forward to these guys hitting the weight room a little bit, and getting the cones out in their backyard and giving it a heck of a shot for next year.
And one more kid that I know you don't want to mention him here today, but your son was a huge contributor to that regional run as well, being one of those other freshmen.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he's a nice player. It's very difficult for him and me. I thought was going to be very difficult being coach's kid on the field, but he made it really easy for us. We've coached I've coached and he's played for me for years but once I finally got to the varsity, I thought, man, this is going to be very difficult. But it wasn't at all. He's a nice player. He'll be all right for us, and I think he's looking to maybe kind of lean on where Weston was in that midfield spot for next year a little bit, which then opens up an outside mid, which then brings other guys onto the field that didn't play as much this year as well.
Well, Coach, thank you for the halftime interview. Congratulations on the regional run, and we're looking forward to getting back on the pitch here come August of 21.
Hey, I'm excited about it, but right now let's just play as much basketball as we can get in, and I feel every time they blow the whistle, let's just keep it playing. So.
All right. Thank you, Coach. That was our halftime interview by Coach Brian Stegbauer. And once again, congratulations to Coach Stegbauer and the entire 2020 regional semifinals Continental Pirates soccer team. Back to live action here. Ren Army. Ren goes hard into the pad on that steal. But that is a foul on Ethan Wright, his second of the night. Ren Army is going to shoot 2 free throws. Army hits the first one. Army hits the second one. We'll get to the scoring numbers from the first half here when we have a chance, folks. But Callahan crosses the timeline behind his back, guarded by Coleman. Over to Patrick. Patrick, left hand, into the lane, throws up a shot, does not draw iron. Corralled by Huff. Huff goes back across the timeline to Coleman. Coleman drives. Probably got fouled. No call by Bruce Bain down there on the end line.
You think?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a foul. Anyway, 25-11 on the Continental Pirates scoreboard, 6:55 to go. And that is going to be Mr. Recker's third foul of the night. Sounds like he's got the same problem a young man that sleeps down the hall from me had in the JV game. Got a little handsy. That's Recker's third foul here in the third quarter. Callahan out front. Switched off. Now he's guarded by Army. Over to Wright. Back to Callahan. Patrick. Over to Huffenkate. Back to Patrick. Patrick between his legs. Heffel's all over it. Into the corner for Motter. Motter for 3. Short. Gets his own rebound. Stolen by the Pirates. Good hands by Huff. Picked up by Recker. Mitchell Coleman.
Oh, yes.
Counts it. And 1 for Coleman.
You know, it should be noted we gave up, 6 points in about the first 4 minutes of the game? And then since then we've given up 5.
Exactly. I mean, the Pirates did come to play here tonight. And we see Bryce Recker checking out with those 3 fouls. But it is nice to see our senior leader, Mitchell Coleman, back on the floor tonight.
Amazing once he got those 2 free throws, how next thing you know, other shots started falling for him.
Yeah, that's a lot of coaches out there say, get to the free throw line if you're in a shooting slump. You got 10 seconds to shoot the ball, and it's amazing what 2 free throws. Watching now, Army up to Coleman. Coleman for 2. Coleman's got 5 here in the quarter. And we want to say a huge shout out to the Continental American Legion. They got us on up there. They had us on last night and tonight. And another steal by Huff. Another turnover on the Pioneers. And Wren tried a pass to Sherritt's just didn't get it high enough, and it was picked off by the Pioneers. Now it's in the hand of Callahan, crossing the timeline. Over to Patrick, guarded by Heffel. Out of bounds. Tried to entry pass into Motter, but Sheriff's got his hand on it. Three-point shot.
We'll let him hit one.
Looks like a foul on Huff. Taking Motter to the ground. That's Huff's second. Dean Williamson's texting saying to move the camera to see the scoreboard. By my recollection, we can see it, but hopefully you can see it. If not, it's 30-14, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Callahan is guarded by Coleman. Patrick for two.
That's the last time I'm complimenting our defense.
They've gave up 5 points here in a minute. Coleman, guarded by Callahan. Right-hand dribble, free throw line, a little bit short. And Mitchell with a frustration foul. That's Mitchell's third of the half. And Scott Keck is going to take a full timeout. And while he takes a full timeout, so far, Gavin Huff led all scorers in the first quarter for the Pirates. It was 7-7 at the end of one, and Gavin Huff had all 7 points. Then getting into the scoring column with 5 more than that, so Huff has 12 right now. Mitchell Coleman had 8, and Army had 3, for a total of 16 points in the second quarter, for a total of 23 for the Pirates. And 7 for the Pioneers, and 4 in the second quarter. So far they have 5 here in the third quarter to the Pirates 7. Callahan beats Davis all the way to the hoop, leaves it short. Huff, rebound, over to Davis. Davis into the corner for Heffel. Heffel, one dribble, over to Davis. Davis to Army. Army loses the handle. That looked like the ball was just a little bit slick coming out of Army's hands. 30-16, 4 minutes to go. Patrick at the top of the key. Army is guarding Engel. Over Callahan for 3. Short. We're going to get a push in the back on Jared Huffaker. Huffaker's first foul of the contest, third foul of the quarter. Checking in for Davis is freshman Braxton Stegbauer. Huff, 2 dribbles, loses the handle on the way up. Rebound by Motter, over to Callahan. Thank you, Amber Johns, for telling us we can see the scoreboard. We have comments, so Andrew picks the pocket over to Stegbauer, over to Coleman. Coleman to Stegbauer, back to Coleman. Coleman guarded by Engel. Right-hand dribble, gets into the lane. Just rolls over. That's a senior leader right there, knowing exactly how to hit one of them nice little floaters. And Stegbauer is going to pick up his first foul of the game. Looks like just a little bit too handsy in the back there. Engel to inbounds to Callahan. Army's got to be careful to pick up another foul. Over to Patrick, guarded by Heffel. Over to Callahan, guarded by Army. Back to Patrick. Dribble, crossover, looking to go into the hole. Sees Motter, and Toby, we heard that foul all the way up here.
Yes, we did.
That would be we'll call that a massive slap on the wrist by Heffel. Here's something to, the Pirates have doubled up the Pioneers tonight, but they got 5 fouls already here with 2:27 to go. Something to watch. Nice move by Patrick, blocked out of by Huff, and then swatted out of bounds by Motter. That was a nice defensive play by junior Gavin Huff. So Coleman crosses the timeline to Heffel, backdoor. Gavin Huff misses the layup. I think he was wanting a foul, but Mac Williams says no luck, Mr. Huff, and we're going the other way. Callahan crosses the division line, guarded by Army. Crossover, looking to beat Army. Now he's stuck in the lane. Patrick finds the bottom of the net on a nice move. Patrick's got 4 in the quarter, 32-18, 1:42 to go. Coleman over to Heffel. Out front to Huff, over to Coleman. Coleman hasn't taken a 3-point shot since the second quarter. He's been looking to drive and dish. Huff inside. Looks like he got fouled again, but Bruce Bain says no such luck again. Huff is being very aggressive on the offensive end, just not getting anything to fall here in this third quarter. Motter over to Engel, guarded by Stegbauer. Stegbauer putting pressure on him. Over to Patrick. Patrick back to Engel. Under a minute to go. Patrick's got it. Motter setting a screen. Doesn't use it. Back to Engel. Engel switches off. Now he's guarded by Army. Stegbauer is now guarding Callahan with the ball. Over to, and we have a foul.
Is that his third?
If that's on Ren Army, that is his third. Go up on the scoreboard. That is Ren's third foul. And the rest of the game, the Pioneers will be shooting free throws on every foul. Callahan for 3. Off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Motter after tipped around by a couple Pirates. Back to Callahan. 25 to go. Guarded by Army. Army's got to be careful not to pick up foul number 4, but he caused a turnover, ball out of bounds to the Pirates. 21.3 seconds to go. Let's see what Coach Scott Keck calls out. He calls out fist. Mitchell's going to make them come out and guard him. Callahan. Mitchell over to Stegbauer in the corner. Back to Mitchell. And Pirates just did not have a good offensive set that last 21 seconds, but they still take a 32-18 lead going into the fourth quarter.
I think the last thing Braxton expected on that possession was to get the ball in the corner.
Yeah, that's a big ask for a freshman, and he's held his ground out there. Don't get me wrong, he has played phenomenal, but one place you never want to get the ball is in the corner, whether it's out front in the corner or in the corner in your front court. So Braxton looked like he wanted to play a little hot potato. And then just we kind of discombobulated and didn't get a shot off.
We started out well that quarter, but then it cooled off for us.
Mitchell's heating up here, Toby. He had 8 in the second quarter and then 7 in the third quarter. And then we had Army with 2 free throws for a total of 9. That'll get us to 32. And then Patrick had 2 buckets and Mater had a 3 for a total of 7 points to get to 18. That's where we stand, 32-18 here on the Continental Pirates scoreboard. Pirates are going to have the ball to start this fourth quarter. Stegbauer into Coleman. Coleman over to Army. Army in the post to Huff. Huff to Stegbauer. Straddles the three-point line. Misses it. Rebound to Callahan. How are we doing on the turnovers tonight, Toby?
10-9.
10 to
10
9.
for Temple Christian, 9 for us, so pretty even in that department.
It's been a well-played game on both ends. Not a whole lot of turnovers compared to last night. Callahan looking for Mater in the post. And it'll stay with the Temple Christian Pioneers. Right to inbound. Looking for Callahan. Callahan gets by Army. All the way to the hoop. Does not draw iron on the layup. Coleman comes out with it. He's going to set up the offense. Guarded by Callahan, number 20. Picked up his dribble. Over to Huff. Huff directing traffic. Guarded by Patrick. Huff gets it blocked. Could not find the bottom of the net on either one. Stegbauer, nice move. Over to Coleman. Coleman out top to Heffel. Heffel loses the ball. Out of bounds. Bryce Recker, 6'4" senior, coming back in the lineup. Braxton Stegbauer takes a seat. A little bit of water.
Going to need our defense to hold up until we find our rhythm offensively again.
Yeah, the last couple possessions just have not been as crisp as we have seen them before. Army, good defense. Callahan, no go. Mater lowers his shoulder, gets his shot blocked, and 6'4" Bryce Recker, sometimes the kids call him Big Dog, comes out of there with the ball. Huff over the timeline to Coleman. Coach Keck yells fist again. This is the play that they tried to run at the end of the third quarter. We'll see. Coleman spins over to Recker. Coleman gets by. Huff, 3-pointer, in and out.
Oh,
Coleman
good.
tip back to Army. Army over to Recker. Recker, power dribble. Left it short.
Get over the rim. Come on, Recker.
That was a nice power dribble. The only thing he missed was elevating and getting the ball to full. Bruce Bowman's seen enough right now here in this fourth quarter. 5:39 to go. The Continental Pirates 32. And our guests on the scoreboard, the Temple Christian Pioneers 18. Let's get back to this week's schedule, Toby. Nothing on Wednesday night. Thursday night, full slate of games. Our junior high girls are going to play on the road at Ayersville. And our junior high boys are going to open the season with their first game, correct?
Correct.
7th grade at 5 o'clock, and that's going to be on the road at Grove. The varsity girls are going to have another home game Thursday night against Tenora in non-league. And then we'll be right back here on the air calling the game for the Hicksville game Friday night, December 4th at 6 o'clock, JV tip. And Saturday, another big game for the Pirate basketball folks. December 5th, we're going to start with junior high boys at Ottawa SPPS at 10 a.m. Our junior high girls are going to travel for the third time this week to Miller City. That's a 10 a.m. tip. And then the boys will travel for their first road game. They will travel to Lincoln View to take on the Lancers. That game will be a JV tip at 6 p.m. That's this week coming up with the Continental Pirates sports. It's a busy week for the Pirates as we get started with this season. All the teams are going to be playing this week. We have Patrick starting after the timeout. He goes in for 2. Nice move by Patrick. Preston Patrick is a 6'2" senior. Heffel over to Recker. Recker to Army. Recker sets a screen, rolls. Gets fouled on his way to the bucket. Nice power move by Bryce Recker. He is fouled by Motter. That is Motter's first foul by my count. See if we're right. Yes, the scoreboard does agree with us up here in the Crow's Nest. And Recker looking for his first points of the night. He sends it. Nothing but the bottom of the net for the 6'4" senior. Checking back in for the Pirates is Mitchell Coleman. And taking a seat is Braxton Stegbauer. 3 dribbles for the senior. Sends it off the front of the rim.
Oh, good
but
hustle.
he has a nice hustle play to get his own rebound. Did not box out the shooter. That can never please a coach when the shooter gets his own rebound on a foul shot. Heffel over to Coleman. Coleman head fakes. Gets by him. Engel got his hand on that for a turnover to Callahan. Callahan dead. Patrick's got it, guarded by Coleman. Patrick makes a move, gets Coleman in the air. In and out. Rebound. Recker. Coleman to walk it up the floor here tonight.
Bryce has done a nice job on the board since coming back in.
Yes, he's been very aggressive since coming back in. Coleman.
Come on, hit it.
3-point shot. Finally, for Mitchell Coleman, his first 3-pointer of the year. With 4:08 to go on the Continental Pirates scoreboard, Pirates take a 16-point lead, 36-20. And the nice thing, Toby, they have not fouled since about 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, because the next one we're shooting free throws for the Temple Christian Pioneers. Coleman out front guarding Engel, 5'5" senior. Gets his hand on it, couldn't corral it. It's out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Pioneers. Sideline out, says Mac Williams. Mac Williams bounces the ball to Engel. Engel in to Callahan. Callahan's guarded by Army.
I'm leery about complimenting our defense because last time I did it, they went on a 9-2 run. So.
Yes, but defense has held strong here so far. It's an outside shot missed by Patrick, corralled by Gavin Huff. Over to our senior leader, Mitchell Coleman, between the legs. Picks up his dribble over to Heffel. Heffel to Recker. Recker looking for Huff. And Motter's big, looks like he wears a size that I would wear, Toby. Looks like a 15 or so down there.
Yes, it does.
Got his big old 15 boot in the way. So we're going out of bounds underneath. Heffel looking into Huff. Huff dribbles. Takes a little contact. Left it for Heffel. Heffel was unexpected. Coleman thought about a 3. Now he out front to Army. Army over to Heffel. Over Coleman to Huff. Huff out front. Guarded by Patrick. To the hole.
No, nice.
And one. That is Huff's first points of the second half after a solid 12 points in the first half. That's his first 2 points of this fourth quarter, and he spins it. That is his 5th free throw. He has not missed. The Pirates.
I would say at this point in time, you got to think it's basically run the offense and don't force anything. Get a good shot and kill some time off the clock.
Yes, they're up 19, 2:51 to go. At this point, let's see. Get the Pirates, like you said, run the offense, get some time off the clock, get out of here with their first W of the season, and on to Hicksville next Friday. But Toby, just kind of looking at the numbers so far, free throws for the Pirates, 11 of 12 tonight. Only 1 miss, which is a drastic improvement over last night, which they only hit 4 free throws. They were 4 for 11 last night and 11 for 12 tonight. So
that's close to the Bidlack line.
Tonight was more of, we'll go our era, probably a Kyle Martin. And maybe we might even have
Weisenberger.
Kyle Weisenberger.
Curtis Brown.
Curtis Brown and his picture's hanging on the wall here at the Cove. We've had some good free throw shooters come through this school here in the last 25 years. Rebound by Recker. Recker over to Coleman.
I think that's 4 rebounds for Recker since he's come back in.
Yeah, he's played well this fourth quarter. He didn't play much in the third quarter. He's got 3 fouls, so he's been in foul trouble. But you'll see here, Connell's running their spread offense. Coleman, a little bit. Engel looked a little bit of body, but when you're 5'5", it's hard to call a foul on a 5'5" kid.
And they've let him be pretty physical tonight.
Yes, this is a good officiating crew, but they will let them play here tonight. Coleman out front, guarded by Engel. Left-hand dribble over to Army. Army guarded by Callahan. Back to Coleman. This is exactly what you said going into the timeout, Toby. They wanted to run some clock. Coleman just off the back of the rim. Recker gets it blocked. Third tip. Recker finds the bottom of the net. Nice hustle play by Bryce Recker, 6'4" senior. 41-20 on the Continental Pirates scoreboard. 1:24 to go.
He's padding his own stats. That's why he missed the first one. He wanted another rebound.
Yes, he learned that from me. I did teach him that. Motter guarded by Recker. Patrick's got it, guarded by Heffel. Engel possibly stepped on the end line. Mark Keller says no. Army guarded Callahan. Now over to Patrick. To Huffaker. Back to Patrick. Guarded by Heffel. Puts a move on. Gets into the lane. Spins. And touches everything around the rim and falls in. He's a nice player for the Pioneers. Under 30 seconds to go here tonight. And it looks like Mr. Keck is going to clear the bench. Send in Jonathan Etter, Connor Nip Williams, Carson Etter,
Chase Wiggins.
Chase Wiggins, our 19-point scorer from the JV game, and Brendan Wolf. We're back to live action. 26 seconds to go. Carson Etter, freshman, number 42, out front, and lost track where he was. Stepped on the timeline. That is a turnover for the Pirates. That's their 12th of the night. 21 seconds to go. Patrick looking, guarded by Carson Etter behind his back. Falls down. Motter saves it. Motter falls down. Back to Patrick. Patrick possibly double dribbled. Official says no. Connor Nip Williams blocks the shot but gets called for a personal foul. His first of the night. Nice aggressive move by Patrick. He's going to go line to shoot 2 here tonight. But it was nice to see as Connor Nip Williams comes in off the bench. A nice aggressive move from Connor.
It's nice to get this rebound game after last night's loss, and to Paulding to come back here and play much better tonight and get a win.
This is the second one, and the time runs out. The final score tonight from the Cove, 41-23. Give us 1 second, folks. We will recap the scoring. All right, for your totals tonight, we're going to start with the Temple Christian Pioneers, led by veteran coach Bruce Bowman. Bruce falls to 0-1 on the season. In the scorebook tonight is Landon Callahan, a 5'10 sophomore. He finished the night with 3 points. Preston Patrick, 6'2 senior, led the way for the Pioneers, 13 points. And rounding out the lineup is a junior, the 6-foot junior, number 40, Cody Motter, finished with 7. Add it all up, that's 23 points for the Pioneers. For the Pirates tonight, Bryce Recker with 3. All coming in the final stanza. Army with 5. Gavin Huff, double figures tonight, 15. And leading the Pirates in his first game back of his senior year, it is Mitchell Coleman, finished with 18 points. Congratulations to the Pirates on their first win of the season. Nice 1-2 punch out of Coleman and Huff tonight, but that 1-2 punch just was not enough to keep the Pirates out of the win column here tonight, Toby.
Yeah, Huff started out the game very aggressive first quarter and first part of the second quarter, and basically carried the Pirates, and then Coleman came along once we got midway through the second quarter. Then Coleman stepped up and got rolling, and then it was on for the Pirates.
Yes, very, very good showing by both the reserve and the varsity. And a text comes in, senior Reed Warnament will be back next Friday night. It'll be nice to have Reed back. He brings a presence in the middle. They're also missing senior Hunter Tagenkamp for a couple weeks here. Our thoughts and go out to him as he's missing. We're also going to miss his sister on the girls' side, which is a huge loss. The girls will get 2 of their seniors back. Caitlin Eder and Tiger Troyer will come back for the Pirates Tuesday night, as they are going to be here at home, taking on Columbus Grove. But Toby, it was a good game to see, and thinking back to when this got started, was clear back in the winter of 1995-96. We were sophomores back then, and we were looking for a game to replace Eden. And Paul Wayne told our coach at the time, Doug Williams, pick up one of the Christian schools. We play them all the time, and they're an easy win. That game our sophomore year went triple overtime. Yeah. We ended up losing, and that is how this series was born, on a dare from Paul Wayne to Doug Williams to get one of them Christian schools on the schedule. And we see here that a triple overtime game, and it's been a wonderful series between the Pirates and the Pioneers over the years, and looking forward to years to come with the Pioneers.
Well, if I remember that game right, I believe Mike Lampton was the big stud for Temple Christian, and he had, I think, 31 points that night, and Damon Neese was our top player, and he had 30 points that night. It was at Temple Christian.
It was at the, as they call it, the covered wagon.
So all 23 people that was there.
Yes,
enjoyed it.
Yes, it was pre-COVID. It was social distancing at its finest. We
were packed in. All 23 were packed into that gym.
And so that was a nice way to start. And a kid in our class that we played ball with for 3 years was Jonathan Carver, was a sophomore on that team with Mike Lampton. Yeah. So, and I speak to Lampton quite often. He is an official working at Corey Rawson High School. So it's nice to reminisce from the past. So we appreciate the 62 or the 37 viewers still on the broadcast with us for the last time. Here tonight, Pirates win the JV 47-7, and the Pirate Varsity gets the first win of the season, 41-23. Congratulations, Scott Keck, on his first win. For Toby Bidlack, I'm Josh Crossgrove signing off. We'll see you next Friday night right here from the Cove.